Hello friends, I'm Ankita Rao and today I'm going to you another cryptid creature video, and this cryptid creature is also from West Virginia, USA. I did some research and I found out that there are lots of cryptid creatures and haunted sightings found in West Virginia. I think the supernatural really likes that place a lot. I saw a lot of pictures of West Virginia cities. It's very beautiful, huh? Like scenic location in a peaceful place. So I can see why other entities also want to go there. I would love to visit, huh? Genuinely beautiful. So let's begin. By the way, if you are from West Virginia, let me know. Shout out to you all. Let's begin. So today I'm going to talk about the Flatwoods monster. It's a very unique looking species. People say that it's an alien. Let's know more about it. The Flatwoods monster, also known as the Braxton County monster or Phantom of Flatwoods in West Virginia folklore, is an entity reported to have been sighted in the town of Flatwoods in Braxton County, West Virginia, United States on September 12, 1952, following the appearance of a bright object crossing the night sky. The Flatwoods monster is sighted in Flatwoods. Flatwoods is a location in Braxton County of West Virginia, USA, and was first seen in 1952. So it is also a newly found cryptid creature just like Mothman. And there are various descriptions of it, but the common one is that it has a spade-like head and it's wearing some kind of pleated dress. Now, some say its head is shaped like a spade, while some say it is wearing some kind of hood, and it's the spade shape is kind of a garment. So we don't know for sure, but this is approximately how it looks like. Now we'll know more about the eyewitnesses story. People who saw Flatwoods monster. First one, at 7:15 p.m. on September 12, 1952, two brothers, Edward and Fred May, and their friend Tommy Hire, said they saw a bright object cross the sky and land on the property of local farmer G. Barley Fisher. The boys went to the home of Kathleen May, where they told their story. May, accompanied by the three boys, local children Neil Nunley and Ronnie Shaver, and West Virginia National Guardsman Eugene Lemon, went to the Fisher farm in an effort to locate whatever it was the boys said they had seen. The group reached the top of a hill where Nunley said they saw a pulsing red light. Lemon said he aimed a flashlight in that direction and momentarily saw a tall man-like figure with a round red face surrounded by a pointed hood-like shape. Kathleen May described the figure as having small claw-like hands, clothing like folds, and a head that resembles the ace of spades. According to the story, when the figure made a hissing sound and glided towards the group, Lemon screamed and dropped his flashlight, causing the group to run away. This was the first eyewitness story of the Flatwoods monster. Two brothers with their friend saw the Flatwoods monster and they told about it to Kathleen May, and with Kathleen May and few other people went to check out the Flatwoods monster, and this is the description which they gave. The group said they had smelled a pungent mist, and some later said they were nauseated. The local sheriff and the deputy had been investigating reports of a crashed aircraft in the area. They searched the site of the reported monster but saw, heard, and smelled nothing. According to Barker's account, the next day, A. Lee Stewart Jr. of the Braxton Democrat claimed to discover skid marks in the field and an odd gummy deposit which were subsequently attributed by UFO enthusiast groups as evidence of saucer landing. When they first saw the monster, they smelled a very bad odor, a pungent smell. But when they talked about it to the sheriff and when they went out to investigate, when the sheriff, they didn't he saw or smelt anything. But some people noticed some kind of skid marks in the area, and those people who believe in UFOs and all, said that this could be a UFO landing over here, and the Flatwood monster could be some kind of alien who has landed over here. Now the other story. Another sighting of the creature, similar in description to the Flatwoods monster, was reported by Mrs. Audra Harper not long before the infamous sighting on Fisher's farm. Harper claims to have seen the monster while walking through the woods near her home near the town of Heaters. Heaters is about 5 miles north of Flatwoods. Harper and her friend were walking to a nearby store. The road leading out of their property was impassable and rutted, so they were taking a shortcut through the forest instead of walking the road, which would have increased their trip significantly. About a half mile into their trip, they noticed a ball of fire on one of the hills they were passing. Harper dismissed it, assuming that one of her neighbors was fox chasing. When she glanced back, she saw something unbelievable. The fire had vanished, and in its place stood a tall, dark silhouette of a man-shaped figure. Terrified, Harper and her friend escaping among the rocks and boulders strewn around the hillside. Another eyewitness story is of Mrs. Audra Harper. She initially didn't take it seriously. She saw a ball of light fireball looms from a distance, and she thought maybe it could be one of her neighbors in a fox chasing. I don't know what it is, but she didn't take it seriously initially. But later she saw a big figure in its place, and it terrified her a lot. That is why some people say it is an alien. The fireballs and other lighting which people saw during the eyewitnesses saw, and they think that it could be some kind of UFO coming down and the alien coming out and people seeing the alien. Third story. The day after the September 12th incident in Flatwoods, another stranger sighting occurred near the Strange Creek, about 20 miles south of Flatwoods. Reportedly, George and Edith Snitowski and their 18-month-old son were driving through the rural areas between Clay and Braxton County on Route 4 when their car suddenly died. Mr. Snitowski attempted to restart the car to no avail. It was night time and the road was deserted. While the Snitowski were trying to decide what to do, a foul, sulphurous smell filled the air and the baby began to cry. A strange bright light filled the darkness and the couple witnessed a 10-foot tall creature hovering in front of their car. The description is similar to that one of the original sighting, except the monster was not wearing what is presumed to be its spade-shaped hood. Instead, its head was reportedly reptilian and bony. The creature dragged its lizard-like hand across the hood of the car before drifting away into the woods. As soon as the monster was out of the sight, the car restarted and the couple sped away. Snitowski would later give his account for Mail magazine in 1955. This is another eyewitness story. George and Edith Snitowski and their child were traveling in their car, and suddenly they saw this type of creature, but instead of spade head, it had a reptilian kind of head, lizard kind of head, and it came and their car broke down, and the lizard creature came and put its hand out and it disappeared, and their car got repaired. So I think the creature helped the couple repair their car. so it's not that bad kind of creature, I guess. And this is why people say that this spade head could be a hood instead of a head. Maybe its head is like a reptilian or some kind of different kind of shape, and it's wearing some kind of costume just like astronauts wear a headgear. So that's a possibility. And do you believe in this Flatwoods monster? Have you heard about it? Do you live in West Virginia? I, even though I don't like believe in cryptid creatures that much, but I do believe in aliens. Some reason I do believe that aliens do come on planet and do try to interact with people in some way, or they are not trying to interact, but sometimes people accidentally meet. I'm not sure, but you never know. But aliens is a possibility. I don't think we are the only ones on the entire universe. Other planets can have beings. So even though it's a very strange kind of creature, you never know it. It could be an alien coming to a planet Earth for research or something. I hope it's not a dangerous one. Even though the possibility of aliens is plausible, a lot of people believe in existence of aliens. Not everyone does, but people do believe. But there are no definite evidences to prove the existence of Flatwood monster. It's still a hypothesis, because there is no photographic evidence, real photographs of it or real videos of it. There could be some photoshopped images, or whatever images people have are hand-drawn images told by the eyewitnesses. So there is no strong evidences to prove Flatwoods monster, but there are proof that aliens exist, so maybe it could be possible. Let me know what do you think. And there are many other eyewitness stories telling about their encounter with the Flatwood monster, but lots of people don't believe in it because there is no hard evidence, just people talking about it. But some people are trying to understand the reasoning behind it, why people saw it and what could be it. And there are some explanations on what people might have seen, and here are some of them. After investigating the case in 2000, Joe Nickell of the Committee of Skeptical Inquiry concluded that the bright light in the sky reported by the witnesses on September 12 was most likely a meteor, that the pulsating red light was likely an aircraft navigation hazard beacon, and the creature described by witnesses closely resembled an owl. Nichols suggested that witness perceptions were distorted by their heightened state of anxiety. Nichols concluded that the shape, movement, and the sounds reported by witnesses were also consistent with the silhouette, flight pattern, and the call of the startled barn owl perched on a tree limb, leading researchers to conclude that foliage beneath the owl may have created the illusion of the lower portions of the creature, described as being a pleated green skirt. Joe Nickell from the Committee of Skeptical Inquiry tried to come up with an explanation for it. He believes that the Flatwood monster is actually a barn owl, and the owl is sitting on a tree and there is green foliage below it. That is why people see a green dress-like figure, and the head they see is of the owl. Highly plausible. The people see these things from a distance, and in the night time people, there can be if they are stressed out or if they are anyway scared, though even the slightest thing can scare people. If we have seen a horror movie and there we see a shadow nearby, we think, oh my god, ghost came. So there is a possibility they are traveling alone in the night time, and they see kind of creature somewhere, hear some noise, and they think, oh my god, that's a monster. Good real possibility. It could be an owl. Another is The US Air Force doubted too. They later revealed that they had done UFO research and investigation since 1947, collecting thousands of stories, investigating some with a skeleton staff. About this one, they concluded that bright but common meteors had struck across the eastern US and at dusk that night, seen by many in Baltimore among other places, and the monsters with the claw-like arms, likely an owl, they said. So even US Air Force thinks that it could be an owl, and the lighting which people see, which people think as in a UFO, that could be some kind of meteor, or it could be an aircraft. When people see lighting of an aircraft, even an aeroplane. If those who don't know about aeroplane, or those who some reason get confused from a night, during night time they see lights sparkling and they think, oh my god, UFO, but it could be a regular aeroplane. Now maybe US planes or fighter jets or any kind of aircraft was flying at that time. They saw lighting and people thought it's an UFO. Highly plausible. What do you think? It's an alien, or it's a meteor, or US aircraft? Do you think the Flatwood monster is an owl? There is a chance. I somewhat want to believe it's an alien, because I kind of believe in aliens and it looks like the aliens which I imagine in my head. So I personally believe that it could be alien, but you never know, it could be an owl. From a distance we think, oh my god, monster. At least people have not demonized it and called it just like Mothman people had made it some kind of danger creature who does tragedies to people, who tries to harm people. At least people have not villainized it. There are no kind of stories where people said that Flatwood monster tried to harm them or anything. At least I couldn't find any. So currently it's a very mysterious creature who has not done anything except for maybe repair someone's car. Even though Flatwood monster is maybe not be real, but people are still interested in this type of haunted creatures, cryptid creatures, and this has helped people, the Flatwoods, Braxton County's economy a lot. They have tried to commercialize it, since people are interested in seeing and knowing more about the Flatwood monster. People especially visit that area to find out about do their personal investigations and all. So they try to commercialize it, and even here they have museums and artifacts, lanterns and all those things to make money from the hype which Flatwood monster has created. I kind of support this if God has given you a golden opportunity in form of Flatwood monster, people like this thing, make your bank. Since Flatwood monster is so popular, they have erected a sign, a big wooden sign. It says, "Welcome to Flatwoods, the home of green monster." And they have a museum in Sutton, which is near Flatwoods. They have also erected 5 chairs and all around the city, and those who kind of take pictures of all the 5 chairs, they get kind of free stickers or something. Good travel the entire city this way. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. Find out all 5 chairs, very cute little chairs, giant chairs within a dome shape, a spade-like shape head. All 5 chairs look very different, and many people have tried to take pictures of all 5 chairs, sit on it. People are allowed to sit on those chairs. If you visit that place, please try to go see all the 5 chairs, and maybe you will get a free sticker. It will be fun exploration. It's a very beautiful city. I really like, since I live in a city, so there are buildings everywhere, everything is crowded. Mumbai is a very crowded place, so I really like a calm big houses, open areas, limited people, greenery and all. I really like this type of views. It's a lot different than the lifestyle I have, so I kind of want to visit it, and it will be fun to see different kind, beautiful scenery and the mystical creatures and all. And since this creature is so popular, they have even introduced this creature in various games like The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, Space Harrier 2, Amagon, Strikers 1945, Fallout 76, and as an Easter egg in Everybody's Golf 4. There is a special episode in History Channel's Project Blue Book, and there they are talking about the Flatwoods monster. Project Blue Book is a government program where government people trying to investigate UFOs and all, the Roswell incident and all these things. So some people believe that government try to investigate this Flatwood monster as well. That is why people are suspicious that it could be an alien, and government is trying to hide it from people. Let me know what do you think, and did you enjoy this video? I really like this painting, and I'm very proud of it. It's a very simple one, but it looks like very good, better than the Mothman one. The Mothman looked kind of a small children drawing. So I'm glad that my painting is improving. I hope I'm trying my best to improve my videos as well. I have tried to make this in a different style. So did you like this kind of style, or do you prefer the original simple one? Let me know, and let me know what other videos I should make. Should I make more cryptid creature videos? And if you cryptid creatures, do you have any ideas which other cryptid creature I should make? Do you have any creature in mind? Let me know, and please subscribe. I am trying my best to get to 1000. It is very difficult. I don't know how I got to 700, but the last 300 are very difficult. So please, if you like my videos, subscribe it. I want to use the community post which will be enabled after I get 1000 subscribers. So this way I can talk to people through community posts. If I want to share something, I can do it with community posts. So please, if you like it, please subscribe. Please like this video and share it with anyone you want to. Share it on Facebook, anywhere. And if you didn't like it, if you have any suggestions on how I can improve, please let me know. And see you in next video. Bye.